So one of our last transformations is a dilation. A dilation is a transformation in which a figure is enlarged or reduced. So keep in mind, if your K, which is known as your scale factor, is greater than 1, then it's a dilation, is an enlargement. If K is less than 1, it is a reduction, meaning it gets smaller. So dilations create similar figures, meaning they are the same shape, but they're different sizes. The scale factor will tell us how much the figure will enlarge or reduce. And just to reiterate, our scale factor is known as the letter K. So looking at example 1. So triangle ABC has vertices. A, your pre-image, would be -5, 5. B is -5, 10. And then your C is 10, 0. So without a picture, we know that these are the vertices of our triangle. Our scale factor, K equals 3. So in this case, since K is bigger than 1, it's going to be getting bigger. So what the scale factor means is we need to multiply all of our points by 3. So for the dilation, it'd be -5 times 3. That's my x. So this is still x, y. This is what is happening mathematically. For the y, it's 5 times 3. For the point B, it's -5 times 3. It's 10 times 3 for the y. For point C, 10 times 3, and then 0 times 3. This is going to get us our new triangle, the new image A prime, B prime, C prime. Remember, they're known as primes for the new image. So when we multiply it out, -5 times 3 is -15. 5 times 3 is a +15. For B prime, -5 times 3 is -15. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 3 would be 30 for your new C prime, and 0 times 3, it's still going to be at 0. So you can see, if you were to graph it, your points are getting bigger by a scale factor of 3. So that's mathematically how to find it in example 1. Let's look at example 2. So it says graph the triangle with vertices -2, 0. So here's my pre-image, -2, 0, 2, 4, 4, -4. So let's plot those points. -2, 0, there's A. 2, 4, there's B. And then 4, -4. That is C. So here is my triangle. So create an image after a dilation centered at 0, 0 with a scale factor of 1/2. So what that means is we want to multiply, just like we did before, by 1/2. So mathematically, that's what's happening. So my new point for the image, A prime will be -1, 0, 1, 2, 2, -2. And remember, it's a scale factor of 1/2, which is, so my K is less than 1, my triangle is going to get smaller. So -1, 0 is A prime. 1, 2 is B prime, and then 2, -2 is C prime. So this is my new.
Are you practicing?
No, I was making my video.
Oh my God!
So our dilation of a 1/2 made a smaller triangle. These were our dilated points. So we've seen when one gets bigger And now we've seen when one gets smaller. So let's look. There's one more type. If we look at our scale factor, it's -1/2. Now we won't see a lot of these, but it's the same thing. Our scale factor is -1/2, so we're going to multiply all of our points by -1/2. What it's going to do is it is going to make it smaller because our k is less than 1, but it's also going to rotate our shape, our pre-image 180 degrees. From wherever it was, it's going to rotate it 180 degrees. So if we look, our triangle, your pre-image is -4, -2, -2, 4, and then -2, -2. So my dilation, what I'm going to do is multiply everything by -1, by -1/2. So if you want to see the math, -4 times -1/2, -2 times -1/2, down here, -2 times -1/2, 4 times -1/2. Don't lose track of your negatives. -2 times -1/2, -2 times -1/2. And you'll see the rotation start to take place. So let's start by plotting our points. -4, -2. There's F, -2, 4. And then -2, -2. So here's my triangle. It looks like a right triangle. And I'm going to take all those points and I'm going to multiply them by -1/2. You'll see negatives become positives, positives becomes negatives because it's taking the opposite. So for my new points, I'm going to use a different color. -4 times -1/2 is a +2. -2 times -1/2 is a +1. And you'll see the changes start to take place. -2 times -1/2 is a +1. 4 times -1/2 is -2. The last one, they're both -2 times -1/2, so I'm going to have 1, 1. So when we plot our triangle, it's going to be in a different quadrant, and it's also going to be smaller. So we have 2, 1, that's my F prime, 1, -2, that's G prime, and then H is 1, 1, H prime. So here is my dilated and rotated triangle. So the thing is, we don't get confused by me telling you it's rotated. You still just multiply your pre-image points by the scale factor. Just don't lose track of your negative.